Hey everyone, and welcome to Brick Talk TV Live, and welcome to today's stream where we'll be building this loop roller coaster. So this is our first part of a series of streams we'll be doing to build this set. It consists of 3,756 pieces, so I was going to try and do it in two parts, but it is quite warm in the UK at the moment, so we'll see how far we get today. We may need to add another stream and push the Optimus Prime build back an extra week. It is in the 18 plus or the Icons range set, and I always love the theme park sets when they come out. Sort of come out every 2 years. Last one of course was the Ghost House with the ride that dropped down, so this one's going to be an interesting one. We've got a large lift that goes all the way up and drops the carriages down into two loops and then returns back into a lift and then raises up again. I've also bought the motor, so we'll be motorising this at the end of the stream, and hopefully the battery pack will come this week. If you're interested in purchasing the motors, you need 88013, which is I think the large motor, and then the battery pack is 88015. When you get the set, you'll see the outlines of the ones you need to buy as well. They're currently in stock online. They were out of stock earlier in the week, but they've come back in stock, so if you do want to motorise it and you are getting this set, then those are the ones you need to get. As usual, we'll crack open this box in a second and we'll lay all the bags out to see what we've got inside. I'll put them back in the box, then we'll kick off our build and start building the foundations for this set. If you missed the end of the live stream last week for the 8080, then do check that out as well, as that's on the channel live, so you can watch that back. And as always, I'd ask you to hit that like button if you can, or hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and take part in the chat. So let's crack open this box and see how many bags we've got inside. I imagine given the size of the box, there's probably another box inside here. That's usually the way, yeah. So we've got a box here, which is actually slightly smaller than normal boxes. They're usually flatter and wider. So they've changed the shape of these white boxes. Let's open it up. See what bags we've got inside. As you know, I use these inside boxes to put all the plastic bags in as we go through the build, almost like a bin. So I'm going to put it down here. Bag set number 2, number 5, number 3. We've got our oversized parts here as well. You can see some of the yellowy railway lines, or the roller coaster tracks, curved ones, and we've got some base sort of plates there of large sizes, which we'll probably use for the grass. Bag set number 1, you can see a few minifigures there, including a child in a wheelchair. Number 4, another oversized bag. And we've got number 6 and number 7. Another oversized bag, this time we've got the straight tracks in. Another oversized bag, we've got some upward sort of or downward facing sloped curved pieces and oversized plates. Another bag for number 1. Another oversized bag, again of these sort of curved upward or downward ones, and oversized plates. Got lots of these extra oversized bags. We have a paper envelope with the instructions in. It's one set of instructions, feels quite thick, so we'll open that in a second. Bag number 6, another number 7. Another number 3, I think I've got 3. A 5 and a 4. There are other bags inside the box, but we'll sort those out next week probably. So we'll start with the 7 bags that we've got out already in order. I'll just put them in our large box and we'll pull those out. So there's number one, and let's crack open our instruction manual and see what we've got in here. So straight away the sticker sheet falls out. So we've got a few stickers to stick on here. Got like the entranceway, the same as we saw on the original roller coaster, of things you can't take on the roller coaster. It looks like you can't. It says no squirrels, which is a nice touch. No hats, no balloons, no hot dogs, and no squirrels. We've got the measuring thing again to see if you're high enough to get onto the ride. Got probably a couple of photos there, which we'll have in a photo booth that you can get on when you get off. We've got a map of the theme park as well. So we've got the big wheel there, or the Ferris wheel. We've got the ghost house from last time, and the merry-go-round, as well as the loop coaster here pictured on the map. Hot dog stall with the prices there, some controllers as well to control the roller coaster, and then some stars, which we'll probably add some detail around. So we'll pick those up later. There's the instruction manual. Picture of a balloon floating away with some kids on the back. Morning Brandon, welcome to the stream. And then let's take a look inside. It's quite a thick book, so expecting quite a few steps to get through. So if we open up the book, then you can see in the first pages, you can see the history here of all of the fairground rides that we've had before. I think I have got all of these rides. So we've got the fairground mixer, Ferris wheel, the carousel, the roller coaster from 2018, the haunted house, and then of course the loop coaster this year. You can see a note from the design team as well with it all laid out. We've got quite a few sort of mini builds in this as well, like a hot dog stall, pretzel stall, some benches and some other things. You can see in the first bag we're going to be building a bench. We're going to be building all those little stalls actually of food. We've got the carriages or the carts to go onto the roller coaster. We've got quite a few minifigures to build as well in bag one, and that's all that bag one consists of. And then bags 2 to 7 we're going to start building the groundwork for most of this, and the 2 loops actually, in fact. And then bags 8 to 15, which we'll probably get onto next week, we're actually going to build the sort of lift area here that's going to take our carts up, and also the entrance way for people to get onto the roller coaster. And then we have a couple more or 3 more minifigures at the end, including the operator for the roller coaster. So let's crack open bag number 1 then. And start building the minifigures, and our first task looks like we'll be building a bench with the map for the theme park on as well, which is something that was also in the original roller coaster. If you remember, there was a bench with a map next to it that was built as part of the roller coaster's ground level. This is a separate sort of standalone mini build that we can put in. Right, so minifigures are first up. We've got, it looks like a cart holder, store holder. So we need got some dark tan legs. He's got like a chef's torso going on top. He has a fairly happy face. Let me just get all the heads out. There's quite a few figures to build here. So this is his head. He's got a smiling face on. He's only printed on the front. There's nothing printed on the back. He's got a few sweat marks on his brow there as well, because he's probably hot. Making, actually, is it? No, it was a man. I think, yeah. And then he's got a plain red baseball cap on top. So there's our first minifigure, one of the store holders. Next up, we've got a cool looking dude who's got one of those t-shirts with sort of equalizer bars on, and a green tracksuit, and on the back he's got a bit of a hoodie printed on there. He's got some dark navy coloured legs. He's got 2 facial expressions actually. He's got a sort of one with a smirk on his face, and he's got some sideburns coming down either side, and then on the back he's got a really scared face. So if he's on the ride, we can pose him with some scary expressions, and he has, if I can find some hair, it's not that one, it's this one. There's a full head of, I want to say medium nugget coloured hair there as well. That's our second minifigure. Then our next one, we've got some tan coloured legs, and we've got a nice pink sweatshirt. This is a lady. She's got some glasses on. She's got two facial expressions as well. We have again another one with a bit of a smirk on, and then if you look round the back, she's got a really frightened face with some glasses on. We'll use the smirk face again for now. Might swap that when we get the ride going. But she's got some dark grey hair going on there in that sort of fashion. Get a little bit of detail printed on the back, just the crease of the jacket. That's our third minifigure. We've got another stall holder here. So we've got some light bluish grey legs this time. And we have a cool striped top with a, it's not a, it's with the lapels hanging down there, so almost like an ice cream stall holder, but it's probably not ice cream. And this is another lady. She's got some big red glasses on this time with one printed expression, just sort of a happy sort of little face, nothing on the back because she's going to be holding the stall, so she's not going up in the rides. And she's got a baseball cap on again, but this time she's got a hairpiece, so she's got a bit of a ponytail sticking out. That's our fourth figure. Then we've got some blue legs, and we've got a guy with a red jacket on. I think this guy might have appeared in some other rides. He looks familiar to me. He's got some sunglasses on, getting some sideburns, a bit of a smirk. He's only got one printed face on this time, and he's got some black hair. He looks a bit like Elvis. Elvis is in the building. That's our fifth figure. Then we've got another lady to build, white legs, flowery top with a blue jacket on, printed on the back as well. She has two printed expressions on her face, sort of a somber looking face on one side and then a really scared face. She's got actually blue hair, so she's a bit of a rocker. She's got this blue bob hair on top. And then there's more figures. We've got two more figures to do. We've got a little child and a guy with a flowery top, I think. Right, so next up we need some purple legs, and we have this really brightly coloured party shirt on. It's got like little balloons on it, little bones and things on it, I think, or bow ties on the back. So this is somebody who likes theme parks. And another head. Here he is. He's got one printed facial expression, which is just a really broad smile going on there with a bit of stubble or sideburns again coming down, and he's actually wearing a nice pink baseball cap, so he's really enjoying his day out at the theme park. And then our final minifigure in this batch, at least, is a little child. I say it's a little child because he's got the shorter blue minifigure legs, and he's got this cool dark blue jacket on with some badges on, lightning bolts printed again on the back. He has two facial expressions, one happy, a couple of freckles, and then on the back he's got a bit of a sad face with some freckles on as well. We'll use the happy face because he's at a theme park, so he should be happy. And he's got this big wavy blonde hair piece to go on top as well. So that's our last minifigure at the moment. So we've got 8 minifigures there out of the box. Next task is to build a little bench area. So we start with a 4x4 curved plate here, facing in this direction. We then put a reddish blue 1x2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 1x12 plate at the back, and then we just add some more parts onto this piece here, so another curved plate and a 4x4 plate goes in the middle to give us this grass base. Then to start the bench off, we've got a couple of 1x1 rounds in reddish brown. One goes on the end there, and then we've got a 4 stud gap in the middle, and then we stick another 1x1 round on there. Got a fan on today, so I'm making sure that the pages don't blow back over. We're then going to add some flower detail in here as well. So the flowers going on the ends of our 1x12 plate at the back, so we put a little flower leaf on there with a red flower on top, and then coming across the bench we've got some 1x2s, I can find them, 1x2s here with that piece on there that allows us to stagger the angle, which we'll probably use on the back of the bench, and that goes over our 1x1 rounds and the back 1x12 plate with those hinges facing at the back. So there's one, where's the other one? Hiding under there. It goes over the other 1x1 rounds. So we end up with something like this. Then on top of that we're going to add a 1x6 normal plate at the back for the back of our bench, and a 1x6 tile at the front, so that creates the base of our bench. Over here as well we'll add some more detail, so we've got some 1x1 round bricks in dark bluish grey, which we'll stick at the end. These will form the end of the post for our sign that's going to go up. We leave a 2 stud gap between those two, and in that gap there we're going to stick another green leaf, and this time we've got a blue flower to go on the leaf, and then in our gap here between the bench and the 1x1 round we're actually just going to stick a red flower. I can squeeze it in, so we've got something like that. Then we'll do the back of the bench. So for the back of the bench we get another 1x6 tile, we get a 1x2 hinge piece, so the opposite, or the that'll be the male side I think, or female side for that, so we've got the gradual pieces on there, so we can angle the back of the bench, and we'll stick one on one end, one on the other end of the tile, and then of course we stick another set of 1x6 tile underneath to give us the back of the bench. Then we can just clip this hopefully into the back like this, then we can angle it up, there we go. So then we've got the bench in position there. Now we'll do the sign. So for the sign we've got a panel piece, so one of these 1x4 white panel pieces. On the top we're going to stick a 1x4 navy dark blue tile, and our first sticker's going on here. So our first sticker of course is that map sticker I mentioned earlier. So see if I can get this on reasonably straight. There we go. So there, just take a closer look at that. You can see the loop roller coaster in the middle. We've got the carousel there, the haunted house from year before last, and then we've got the Ferris wheel at the back as well there. So that's the map for this theme park. We'll stick that on top of those 1x1 round pieces that we've created as the posts, and then randomly, and it seems to be a theme I think, or a bit of a joke from the designers, we've got a squirrel piece here which is cool, and he's going to go on our front area there like that. So that's why there's no squirrels allowed sign. That's why there's a no squirrels sign on the ride, because there must be lots of squirrels around in the park. And that's our bench area. So that's our first sort of mini build there. I just want to crack the bench up a little bit. So there's the end of the first build, and we can display that around the ride. Next up we have got a balloon stall. So we can sell balloons in the park. We start with one of these azure coloured 2x3s, and we start with one of these car axle pieces. We'll stick that over the 4 studs at the back here, and then on the last 2 studs that are there we'll stick a 1x2 with a clip in the middle. This is I think a similar technique to previous rides where we've had stalls as well. Feels a bit familiar. So in the medium azure again, we'll stick the 1x2 with the clip. Then on top here we're going to stick some 1x2s with clips in white, but the clips are going to be on the end this time. So we've got 2 of these. Hopefully, if I can find the second one. There it is. So we form something like this. Next up, on top of that, we're going to stick some 1x1s with clips on at the front here, facing in opposite directions. There's one, there's the second one. And then on here we're going to stick a 1x2 with a clip in the middle at the back. So we've got sort of 3 clips now going on the back, and then in the middle here just a regular 1x2 in white with no clips on, goes in the middle there. So there's the foundations of our balloon stall. Then on top here, to level this area up here, we're going to stick some 1x1s plates with clips on. Got lots of clips on here to hang balloons off of. That's why we've got lots of clips going on. So that goes in there to level up our stall on the back. And then we're going to add some more here as well. So another set of 1x2 clips in the blue colour, 1 clip on, again goes back to back, facing opposite directions there. Then to cover this up, we've got a 2x2 sloped piece here in the blue colour, and then we've got a jumper tile in the blue colour as well, just to go on top. So we've ended up with something like that. So then we're going to add some wheels. So also, so these are the wheelchair kind of wheels. We're going to stick them on to our axles we stuck on earlier, one on each side, like that. And then on this blue clip here we've got a handlebar type piece, if I can find it. There it is. It's the hands of a bucket. So if you've ever used the bucket piece before in one of the sets, it's the handle that goes on the bucket. So we can rest this cart without it tipping over now on the surface. So it looks like that. And this is actually going to be pushed by a bicycle. So on this side, which is new, we didn't do this before, we've got this nice cycle frame here, and we actually clip that using the clip in the middle here onto the back. Piece like that, and onto the bike we'll stick some handlebars. So the standard sort of handlebar piece in light bluish grey goes on the top, and then in the back here we've got a bicycle wheel that we can hopefully push in. Bit of a tight squeeze, but there you go, there's the back wheel there as well, so we can run this along now, and I can deliver the balloons. So adding our balloons then onto this, we get a full length white rod to start with. We're going to stick in a blue balloon to start with, so we've got one of these pieces here, stick that on, and then the top balloon is one of these round pieces. So there's our first balloon, and that goes into the jumper tile at the front like this. There's also, how cool is this? There's also some balloon animals. There's a balloon dog there, look, shaped out of transparent blue colour, and we've got 2 of those to stick on. It's just in that colour, isn't it? Yeah, 2 of these to stick onto the blue clips on the side. That's a lovely touch. It's a new piece as well, I've never seen that before. So we've got these inflatable dogs clipped into the side, as well as our blue balloon on top. Now we add some more coloured balloons, so we start them with a 6th length rod piece this time. We're going to stick on a red one. So stick this red piece down onto the top, and then our curved piece on top of that. There's our red balloon that clips on again on the side over here like that. Then we've got a yellow balloon to go on, again a 6th length rod. Yellow piece goes on top, and on top of that another one. There's our yellow balloon that goes on the opposite side. So there's our balloon starting to take shape. At the front then our final, is it our final balloon? Could be our final balloon. We have a lime green one, so a 4-length rod hopefully. 4-length white rod piece goes on again. Stick our lime green piece on the end there, and then our balloon stops off there. That clips to the front like this, and then we get 2 reddish brown 1x1 rounds and stick them together. Stick them into a tap like this, and that goes on the front. Not too sure what that is. I want to say it's a pump for the balloons, but it might not be. And that's our first stall that's going to be outside, and people can sell the balloons and the balloon animals, which is a nice cool touch. So that's that one. Next up is the hot dog stall. So this is a cool one. We start with a 2x6 tan plate, and then either end we stick a couple of 1x2 round ends plates into each end like this. Then on top of this we'll stick a 2x4 in red plate, and then each end we'll stick a tan coloured upward facing bracket piece. End up with something like this. Then on top of that we stick another 2x6 in the tan colour. Getting some hot dog vibes already from this. Then we're going to put some dark bluish grey corner bricks in that end and the other ends. Then in the middle here we're going to stick a 1x4 with the studs on the side in down here. Hey Anonymous, welcome from Leicester. Hope it's not so hot in Leicester, it's quite hot in London. And then a 1x2 at the back. Next up then we're going to stick on the ends of our bracket pieces some 1x2 plates in tan colour. Normal ones to start with on each side. And then behind that we're going to stick another set of 1x2, but this time they've got the middle clip piece going on. And then on one side of that with the clip we're going to stick a Technic claw piece in here, so this might be the tongs used to pick the hot dogs up from the stall, so that goes on the end. And then to give us that feel of a proper hot dog, we're going to stick these dome pieces which we use actually for the balloons as well, either end. So we've got a bit of a hot dog look going on there. Obviously this grey showing through, so we're going to cover this up now and put some plating on the front. So we start with a 1x5 piece on here, getting more and more popular these 1x5 pieces. We've got a 2x3 tile in also tan, stick another 1x5 behind that to make a 2x5, and then we're going to stick our 2x2 curved pieces or sloped pieces either side, so end up with something like that. Of course we need a sticker here in the front to show what hot dogs are available, so we've got a hot dog sticker here which we'll stick onto this 2x3 tile. Hopefully try to get it level with that. There we go. So you can see what's available on the hot dog stall. So it's 5, whatever your currency is, dollars, pounds, shillings, pence for a plain hot dog, or it's 9 with a hot dog with mustard. And then that clips on to these studs here on the front to cover up like that. Then on the top here we need to put some details for where they're cooking the hot dogs. So we've got some grill pieces in black which we'll stick on with a gap in the middle there for a grill, and then we'll stick some upward facing 1x1s with clips, so we can stick some hot dogs probably in place to make it look like they're actually on the grill being cooked. So next up is the hot dogs, and then clip on sideways like this, so they look like they're being grilled. So there's our hot dogs, and then of course every hot dog needs a hot dog bun. So we've got some buns there ready to go, that clip in like that. Yeah, it's 29 degrees here too, Anonymous, so about the same temperature I think. Hot enough. So there we've got our stall sort of taking shape. Of course every hot dog needs ketchup and mustard. So we've got a yellow cone for the mustard and a red cone for the ketchup. And on top of that we're going to stick what I always call like the air hockey puck, the 1x1 round with the pin on top piece. So then you can see we've got these squirty bottles for the sauce on top there. And then we're not done yet. The person working on this stall probably needs a bit of shade, so we're going to make a little umbrella. So we've got a 6 length rod going into one of these dishes in white, and then we stick a little smaller dish in red on top to give us a nice red and white umbrella that clips into our final clip that's available on the stall. And that's the hot dog stall. So there we go, we've got a nice hot dog stall, and we've got the balloons that we can position around the roller coaster. Next up we're doing another stall, we're doing the pretzel stall. So if you want some warm pretzels, start with a 2x4 in red. We're going to stick a panel piece in red at the back as well, like this. We then get a couple of 1x2s, normal ones in red, and one with a clip on it. We stick the normal ones either side of our panel piece, but our clip one is going to go into the middle there with the clip facing inwards, and this one is actually going to get a sticker itself as well, a really small sticker that's got the cost of pretzels on it. Let's see if I can try to get this fairly, it's not quite straight enough, but it'll do. And you can see on there's the pretzels, and there's 7 wherever the currency is. So a bit more expensive than a plain hot dog, but cheaper than a hot dog with ketchup or mustard on it. So there's our base, and then on top of that we're going to stick a 1x2 in white in the middle, and then we've got a couple of 1x2s with handle pieces in white go either ends, so the cart can be wheeled along. Next up we're going to put the wheels on the bottom. So for the wheels we've got a couple of these black wheels, and they're going to clip into these inverted 2x2 rounds with the clips on the bottom. So just put the wheels in each of those, and they'll just push into the bottom of our 2x4 like this. You've got a little cart going on there which wheels along. Then if you remember, we put the little clip in the middle here. We're going to stick a 3 length reddish brown rod there into the middle so it sticks up, and then around it all we've got one of these transparent windscreen that we have. Just push that down like that. Now Corey, you're getting hot as well. Quite nice to be quite cold. Random jealous. So now we've got that in place, we need to add our pretzels, of course. So we've got 3 pretzels to add here, and they actually just go round. We just hang them off of this 3 length rod, stacked up like this, different directions. See, they're all just hanging off the rod like that. Then on top we're going to build a little thing to cover up our transparent piece. So we start with a 1x4, stick a 1x2 red jumper into the middle of that, and then we've got these curved or sloped pieces 1x2s. We've got a red one that side and a white one the other side. We then stick that on top of that like this. And then to come up in the middle, we've got some 1x1 tiles. We've got a red one and we've got a white one. Let's give us that stripes look on top. And then right on top where we've got the jumper, we're going to stick a 1x1 with a clip on, and of course into the clip goes a pretzel in the middle. Show that this is a pretzel stool, so we'll stick that in the middle like that. And I think that's our pretzel stool. Let's have a look. Yeah, and that's the end of our pretzel stool. So it will look like that with all the pretzels hanging off of that rod in the middle, and we can get them from the back like that. So now we've got the pretzel stool, we've got the hot dog stool, and we've got the balloon trailer. So that's all of our stalls for this ride. We're now going to build the carts that's going to go on our roller coaster. So we've got this azure colour to start with. We're going to put the wheels in. We've got 3 of these to make, so we'll just push the wheels into this like that. Then on the top here, this way round, we're going to put some 1x2s with the upward facing clips in white on. There's 1, there's 2. Then we've got these quarter circle tiles to go on each side, and then a 1x4 plate runs down the length of each side. And at the front here we just stick a 1x2 plate in as well over those clips, so we end up with something like that. Then we'll add a handle piece at the back here, like a headrest. We've got some of these 1x3 sloped bricks in dark blue formed down there. And then at the front here we're going to stick in our handlebars or safety grips, for a better word, and we've got a double cheese wedge that goes on the front then just to finish that off. So we've got to build 3 of these exactly the same. So there's our first one. So let's do our next one. Get the wheels in. We've got our 1x2 clips in white, and our 1x4s go down. Quarter tiles. Handle piece, 1x3 slopes. One by 2 plates, our double cheese wedge, and then our safety bar clips in there. There's our second one, so we can attach these together like that. And then our final one, which I'm guessing is probably the end of this bag then, and then we can get onto the foundation for the roller coaster. Got our slope bricks at the back, handlebars, and our double cheese wedge, and there we go. So there's the set of 1 train that's going to be going on there, our roller coaster. And that's the end of bag 1. Got a few spares left over, a couple of minifigures have fallen over. Let's get our cart out the way. And then we'll empty bag 2. We're going to need 4 oversized green pieces as well for this. As we start our first foundational piece for the roller coaster. going to need 4 of these large plates as well. So we get those out ready, and we start then the whole build with a 4x6 in green, and we get a 2x8 and just stick that in the middle with 4 studs either side. Then with the studs either side, we're going to attach these large 6x6 curved pieces of plates each side. If we flip that over, we're now going to add a lot of grey pieces. So we start with smaller 4x4 curved pieces then. Goes on each side there. In the middle we get a couple of 1x2 plates in red. 2 go either side here. And then 2 in the middle. Then we get some 2x8s. They clip in then between those red areas. And then we've got some 1x6s in grey. Go either end. Then we get one of our large pieces in green, just stick that on the overlap. Then we get 4 2x8s and just add them across here. Then we get another large green plate. Clip those in. Then we just get 3 2x8s up to this far here and add our 3rd large plate. Then we have a 3x3 plate in grey which goes up to this top area here. And we stick a 2x8 after that, and then another 3 2x8s continue down here, and then we add our last oversized, I think it's 6x16, is it 8x16? It's 8x16, 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, 8x16 green plates. This bit's coming together now, getting quite large, and then we're not done yet. We add another 3x3 plates here, and in fact I've added that one wrong because this one we just stuck in is actually supposed to overhang by 1 stud, so it's supposed to overhang here, which I missed a minute ago. And then we put another 2x8 up the top. We have a 1x6 down here at the bottom, and then we put 2 red 2x6s in the middle section here. So we've done on this side. Then if we flip this over, you can see a nice green area that we've created here now. And a bit like the old roller coaster, we're going to put some tiles on here, like these green kind of jumper tiles, which will help when we get building. So we start with, I think, a green jumper tile down here, 1x2, and another one next to that. Have a slight overhang there. Then there's one down here, one there, and one at the top, so we leave a 2x2 gap there. Then we've got these bright green double jumpers, 2 of those next to each other, ended with a 1x2 jumper. Then we have another 1x2 jumper there, which then has another bright green jumper, another 1x2, and then we put a 2x2 dark bluish grey plate in there. Then we get 2 1x2 jumper tiles next to each other after that. Then another 2 coming inwards here, another one going down there, then a double jumper again, 1 by 2, another 1 by 2 there, and a 1 by 2 up to the ends, and then in this middle bit we stick another 2 by 4 double jumper down there. So that's our first sort of part of it. Next up we've got these overlays here. We're going to stick some upward facing dark blue brackets like that. Then on the one stud that's hanging off here, we're going to stick a leaf facing outwards, and then we're going to create a ramp. So we've got these curved 2 by 4 pieces, and we stick these in between the bracket pieces. Where's the rest? So there's 4 of these. One. And there's our 4th one. So we've got a ramp that leads up now to this sort of area. Then we're back to the cladding again. So moving on from here, we're going to come across this way. Now we're going to start with these 2 by 4s, 2 of these together, and then a single 1 by 2 at the ends. Then coming up to here, we've got 2 1 by 2s that come off, and then back up to where we've got this 2 by 2 plate. Again, we've got a 1 by 2 jumper that comes off, then the 2 by 4 larger one, another 1 by 2. We've got 2 1 by 2s come off here, a single 1 by 2 there, and then we've actually got a gold bullion accessory tile that's going to go in here. I can find it. There it is. So one of these bullion tiles just go on there in light bluish grey. That's that step. Now we're going to continue up here in our next stage. So from this tile here, we start with a 2 by 4 double jumper, then it's a 1 by 2, another 1 by 2 goes on there, 2 1 by 2s come down here, we then have 2 actually 1 by 2s come in there, just a single one there, and a 2 by 4, another 1 by 2, then we've got 2 facing horizontal next to each other, and a single one there, then another one 1 by 2, and another one there, and we've got another 2 by 4 one there, and another 1 by 2 there. It's finished off there. Now we're going to move down here and start a bit of a path off as well. So first off we start with a 2 by 4 double jumper down here, then we have a 1 by 2, there's a corner green tile that goes over our, ooh, not quite there, yikes, 1 stud off there. The 1 by 2, 2 by 2 corner piece goes over the leaf and part of the bracket, and then we get a jumper tile and a red flower. We put that onto the jumper, and that fits on the other part of the bracket. It's facing upwards. We do the same, and on the other side we actually use a 2 by 3 green tile, and that goes over the bracket and the flower. Then we need 3 more green jumpers, and they're going to go here, here and here, there, and then all this gap here is going to get filled with jumpers again, but they're going to be in light bluish grey this time. One more. Then we have a 4x4 curved plate in dark tan and a 2x4, and if you remember in the old roller coaster this was the path or the queue that people were using, so I think they've used the same path technique here, so it's consistent if you're building a theme park. And that's the end of that kind of part of it. Now we're going to add a bit more detail, I guess, into this area. So we start one of these 2x2 45 degree sloped light bluish grey pieces and stick a 2x2 dark bluish grey plate on, and then we'll stick another slope piece so it's back to back to create something like that. Then on top of this plate we're going to stick some 1x2s with the ball joint ball piece printed on it or moulded onto it, and then we'll cap that off with another 2x2 regular plate. So we've got that. Then we're going to have one of these Z-shaped pieces. It's going to clip into the top like this, and onto this gap here we're going to stick a crate, or maybe it's a bin in the eyes of this, and that's going to sit right next to where our path starts, like that. Then we're going to add some more flowers, and they're going to stick back to back. Think about there, some leaves there, and then some red flowers just going on top, and then we get another 2x2 plate, and we're going to stick a 2x2 with the loop piece on top there. We'll stick a 1x2 plate into that loop piece, and onto that stud that's sticking out we'll stick a 1x1 with a clip piece like that, and that's going to stick on top of this 2x2 which we stuck on earlier. Goes back there. Next up we get one of these 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 1x10s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah. So this is similar to the other roller coaster as well as the foundation. So we'll stick a 1x2 upward facing clip piece in. Then we've got some 1x2s with the ball joints going in, 2 stud gap in between. Fill that 2 stud gap with a 1x2 plate, and then another 1x2 with a clip goes at the other end. We're then going to cover that with some 1x4 tiles in light bluish grey, and that's going to go across these studs that are positioned there with the ball joints sticking outwards. That's like the foundation for that part. Then we get a 1x4 plate, and we'll stick another 1x2 up facing clip piece onto the end. We'll then stick a 1x6 plate by 1 stud onto that piece, and that gap will get filled up with a 1x1 plate. We'll then stick a 1x4 plate underneath, and stick a 1x1 to level that off. And we stick a 1x4 tile and a 1x4 plate next to that like this. That's going to run across here, run across there like that. So we're getting something, you can see the foundations of where the roller coaster is going to go starting to appear. Then we've got to make 7 of these ones, so we get 7 1x6 plates for 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to stick a 1x2 with an upward facing clip onto each end of these 1x6s. Another 2, so now we just need to fill in 1x2 plates, normal ones, just in the middle there to level that off, and then into that we'll stick 1x4 tiles on top to smooth it off. So just need to do that for the other ones we just built. One more to go, and then now we've got 7 of those. We bring back in our base area, then we're going to stick one up here, another one up here, another one here, one up there, one next to it, one down here, and then one going across that way. It's all starting to come together. Next up we get a couple of 1x2 handle pieces, not so much hand pieces but the bar pieces. They're going to stick here where we've got this and a clip, and they're going to stick into the clip onto there like that. We then get a couple of 1x2 normal plates, and we'll stick a couple of 1x1s with clips on facing upwards onto that to end up with something like that. So we've got 2 of those. One goes here, the other one goes the opposite side. So another one of those goes on this side. Then we get a 1x2, we stick a 1x1 onto that. Then we stick a 1x2 with a clip on next to that, another 1x1 underneath to level it off, and then another 1x2 on top to build us this sort of 1x3 type clip piece. And that's going to go down here with our clip over that side. So there's our area now. I think that's all of it. Next up we've got 5 1x2s with these sort of slope wedge pieces on the end. So we've got 5 of those. 4, 5, and we've got 5 1x1s with upward facing clips as well. 4, 5, and all we do is we're going to stick the clips onto these wedge pieces, slope pieces like this, 5 times. And these 5, one's going to go up here, another one going in there, another one there, another one the opposite side, and our final one is going to sit on the ends there. All of those in place now. And then finally, I think for this set of bags, we've got 6 1x1s and 6 1x1s with clips on. 3, 3, 4, 4. And we're going to stick the 1x1s onto the 1x1s with the clips on. So just pair these up. So we'll have 6 of these then. Just stick these on the jumpers that are still sticking out, so go all across the back here, and our final one just goes on there. So that's how we're looking, and that's the end of bag 2. I think it is anyway. It is. Next up we're going to start building some pillars around here to get ready for our first bits of track. That's going to go on, so just put my spares away. Let's crack open bag 3. Bag 3 also needs some track, so got to find the right track pieces now. Various bags. Need one. No, can't be that one. Those are slightly bent ones. But we need one regular curved track piece like this in this next bit. We'll need a little S-shaped sloped downward facing piece, and that's that one. So we need 2 normal, we need 2 of these actually, and then there's another one which I think is slightly wobbly. Must be this piece here. And then we need one of these pieces, which you can see is actually looks like it's been melted and bent slightly. So we've got one of those as well. And you can tell the difference because the pattern in the middle here is different to the regular curved piece, which is that kind of triangle piece. This one is more of a straight line piece. So we've got 2 normal curved pieces, one of these, I say, wonky pieces. So we need those. Let's open up bag 3. So this is going to be a very familiar build, I think, for those that remember the old roller coasters. So we've got these Technic bricks here with the hole in the middle, and we've got the return of the rods, the 6th length rods. So we stick that into the middle of our 2x2, and our Spider-Man type shield pieces have come back in again. That feeds down on top and pushes onto our square piece at the bottom. We then have blue 2x2 rounds this time instead of our original white ones back in the day, and we'll stick 3 of those on top of each other. Then we have another Spider-Man shield that goes on top, and then we have a 2x2 in this dark orange colour that sticks on top there. So we need 3 of these, so there's one, we'll do another 2. Start with the 2x2, 6 length red rods in, Spider-Man shield, Spider-Man shield. Then we've got our 3 2x2s in dark blue. Another Spider-Man shield and the 2x2 plates. So that's 2. 1, 2, 3. Spider-Man shield and our 2x2 round plate on top. So there's our 3 sort of starts of our pillars. If we bring back in the area we just built, these 3 areas will then go into, one will go into this gap here with all the clips, so we'll clip that into position like that. Our other one is going to go into this gap here, clip that in, and our final one is going to go into this gap over in the corner. So there you go, we can see got our start of our first 3 pillars for the roller coaster. So put that to the side. We're going to build a longer one this time. Same principle, start with a 2x2. This time we've got a 12 length red rod piece which goes in the middle. Then we have our Spider-Man shield as always. We've got 3 of these round pieces. 1, 2 and 3. Spider-Man shield and our 2x2 round on top, as we did earlier, but this time we're going longer, so this time we have another 2 2x2 rounds. 1, 2, another 2x2 plate. Then we've got a Spider-Man shield again, another 1 2x2, and then a 2x2 plate. Spider-Man shield and another 2x2 just sits on top. Then on top of that we add another 2x2 plate, and this time on top of that we'll stick a 2x2 round tile to cap it off so it's smooth like that. Bring back in our base, that's going to go in this corner at the top here. It's going to connect to the two clips and push down like that. So that's where we've got so far. Our next one, 2x2 again. This time it's a 6 length rod, so a shorter one. Spider-Man shield, 3 of these. So we've got 3 of those. We do the Spider-Man shield again and our 2x2 plate, but this time we do something different. On the top here we're going to stick some 1x2 clip pieces like that onto that there, and across the top here we're going to stick a 1x2 grill piece in navy as well, so we've got a piece that looks like that instead. That's going to clip onto this hole at the top here. Make sure I get this the right way round. That clips in like that. Now we're going to build 4 pillars which are going to be connected to each other, so it's going to be slightly different. Start again the same way, 12 rod goes in this time. We'll stick a spider shield. Then we've got 2 of these blue 2x2 rounds. Then we actually stick in a 2x2 with one of these pins on top of that in light bluish grey, like this. Then another shield piece, 2x2 rounds, 2x2 round brick on top of that. Then another 2x2 in grey with the pin, but the pin needs to face a different direction. So if this one's facing this way, the next one needs to face in that direction. Then on top of that we stick another 3 2x2 rounds. 2, 3. Then we'll stick another 2x2 with a pin, and that goes in the opposite direction. So we've got one facing this way, one that way, one this way, and into that pin we'll stick a Technic cylinder piece into the top, like that. Then we'll just put that to the side a moment, build another one. So Technic brick, stick our 12 length rod into there, spider shield goes down, two bricks, round bricks, another 2x2 with the pin on, spider shield, and a 2x2 plate on there. Then we get 5 2x2 round blue pieces, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this, and then another 2x2 with the pin, again facing the other direction. So we've got one facing that way, one going that way, and then we get what we just built a second ago, and we stick that together with that Technic cylinder piece. Then we'll just put that to the side, and we'll get a 2x6 plate. We'll flip it over, we'll get some 2x2s inverted with the sort of cylinder piece at the back, and we'll stick those either end of this 2x6. Into those loops we're going to stick 4 Technic pins, just the standard black pins. So we've got 2 on one side, 2 on the other, just like that. Into those we'll stick some more Technic cylinder pieces. We flip it back over the top now, we stick some 2x2 plates in the dark blue colour either ends, and we had our first little bit of track, which I think is a new piece people have spotted. It goes just in there. There's our first little bit of roller coaster track. Bring back in what we have here that we've just built, and with these 2 square pieces with the pins, we're going to stick those into the Technic cylinders on the other end. This is like the last bit of the track, I think, coming down. So we've got that built into there. Now we need to build the other 2 on the other side, so just put that over to the side. We'll get our 2x2s. This time though we're going to get a 16 length rod, stick that in. Spidey shield all the way down. Then we've got 2 2x2s that go on that we'll thread down. I've thread that the wrong way round, it's not very helpful. 1 and 2, like that. We'll then get another 2x2 with a pin on. This time it sticks the other way. Spidey shield, 2x2 plate. Then we get 5 of our blue round bricks. 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's another 2x2 with a pin brick. This time it's facing this way, and this one goes on facing that direction. So we've got a pin sticking that way, pin sticking this way, and on that we stick a Technic cylinder piece. On top here we stick a 2x2 plate, and then on top of that we stick another 2x2 rounds. Then we cap it off, so we stick a 2x2 plate, and then our 2x2 blue tile goes on top like that. Put that to the side. We'll build our final one for this section. 2x2, our 16 length rod again. We'll stick that in. Take our Spidey shield down, and we've got two 2x2s. We've got our 2x2 with a pin again, faces this way. Then our 2x2 plate. We've got 5 2x2 round bricks this time. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then our 2x2 brick with a pin again. This time it faces this way, so we've got one facing that way, one facing this way. 3 more 2x2 rounds on top. 1, 2, 3. And then we bring back what we just built a second ago, and we connect those together with the Technic cylinder. Meanwhile, while these are connected down here, we connect a 1x2 with a clip on the end onto this spider shield there, and pop that upwards. Then if we come back in with what we built earlier, we can now connect these to the other Technic cylinders on the other side. And I've just realised that I didn't put a spider shield in. It's not going to be very helpful. Let's try that again. That's better. So now that's all connected there. So we've got these tall pillars here. Got the little roller coaster track piece in there. These are taller than the other side. And then if we bring back in our ground area, this area is going to clip into this part here, and our shorter side will go on this side, no longer on the other. If we push these in, we need to clip them into the clips also that are in position. So the clips all the right way round. We'll try and jam them in. So there we go. So now that's all in position like that so far. Well, I add some more support now for the roller coaster. So start with this 2x10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1x10, sorry. Stick a 1x2 with the upward facing clip at one end, and we'll stick another 1x10 on top, 1x4 underneath that, and another 1x2 on top, and we'll connect 3 1x4 tiles across here. So this is very similar technique to the older roller coaster. This is actually going to then support across here between this longer and shorter pillar that just clips into the bottom of the spider web piece there, like that. That's our first part. Then we get another one, so another 1x10. 1x2 goes on. This time we stick a 1x6 plate into the middle, so it's a shorter one, and a 1x2 goes at the ends. 2 1x4 tiles go in the middle there. That's our next support, and that's going to go across here from this pillar to this one. So that's all secure there as well. We're going to now connect this and this part together. So these are shorter ones, so we get some 1x6s. Stick a 1x2 with the upward facing clip into each end, and a regular 1x2 plate just goes in the middle, and then we can stick a 1x4 tile just in that. So we need 3 of these. So we've got another 2 to make. There's another support, and our last one on this stage. There we go. So there's our 3 extra supports. So let's bring this back in here. We've got one comes down here, connects those together. One that goes in here to connect, support these together, and one that goes across the back here and that connects these together. Got a bit of all the supports coming together now to give the structure some strength. Then we get one of these 2x10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2x10s in black plate. What we're going to do is we're going to stick some of these, a couple of these 1x2s curved ends together at one end, then a 2x4 tile, and then a 1x2 grill goes onto that. Then we take another 2x4 plate, so there's an overhang. With the overhang we put a 1x2 with a clip in black at the end. We flip that over. We then put a 2x2 plate at one end, another 1x2 with the curved piece, 2 1x4 plates long ways, and a 2x4 navy plate. So we've got that thickness there. We then have to have one of these sort of shield pieces here, and we need to stick that directly in behind here. From that we're going to stick a Technic claw that goes into one of these connector pieces. The other side of the connector piece we'll stick a 2-length axle in, stick another connector into that, and into the end of that we'll stick another Technic claw piece facing the same way, and then we'll clip these Technic piece into the middle of that shield piece to give us this kind of projected piece that will connect over the back here to where we put this piece earlier. We're going to clip the grey piece to the bottom spider piece and this black clip to the top spider piece. So if I hold it sideways you can see clipped it in there and in there, and it comes out this way. Put that to the side. We're going to build 2 of these things, whatever they are. So we start with a 2x10 again. Another couple of 1x2s round, and 2x4 tiles, then a grill piece, and another 2x4 tile. So same thing again, 1x2 black with a clip at the end. We'll flip this over, we'll put 2 dark blue plates, 2x4s. In the gap here we'll stick a 1x2 with the rounded ends in the middle there. Then we'll stick a 2x2 plate there, and then this time we take the shield piece and it goes into that 2x4 at the ends. That's the first part. Second part, we get a 1x10, stick a clip in the end there, and there's a 1x1 goes in, 1x6 plate goes in, 1x2 plate, so there's a stud overlap, and then we stick that with a 1x1, stick a 1x4 tile on top, 1x1 plate, and another 2x4 tile goes on there, give us this kind of girder, and then that sticks to the underside there. We've got to do another one of those now. This will finish off this bag. So 2x10, a couple of 1x2 rounded, 2x4, we've got the navy grill piece, another 2x4, 1x2 with the clip piece on the ends, flip that over, we've got 2x4, 1x2 rounded, another 2x4, then we'll stick a 2x2 plate at the end, and then we've got our shield piece goes in there. So that's that first part, and then just finish our girder piece off, 1x10, 2x4 with an upward clip, and we've got a 1x1, 1x6, another 1x2 with the clips, stick a 1x1 into the bottom of that, and then we've got our two 1x4 tiles. Give us this girder, that clips in the same way to the middle of that. So now we've got two of those. Bring back in our base area, and then these extra bits are going to clip into a tight squeeze, isn't it? Bottom area here, and our first rung up there. Same on this side then. And that one goes on that way, so on the corner here we've gone right outside. We're now going to stick on the track pieces. So we've got one of these shorter pieces, two corner pieces, a swervy corner piece, and a sort of downward sloped piece. And so we've got our swirly piece coming off from here, which we built onto this outward piece there. Then our S kind of shaped piece goes from that one up, so we're coming upwards. Then we've got our standard curved pieces which go around here and then go down again there, and then we've got our shorter straight track piece which goes on there. Then of course we need to stick 5 tiles on to connect these, reinforce these together. Just go around the edge here and onto this bit here. So there we go, so that's the end of bag 3. So we've got all this bit of track coming on now, so it's moving quite quick. So we'll go to bag 4 now. We can put this to the side because bag 4 I think is going to be building a new section from scratch. I've got nowhere to stick this, so I'll stick it up there for now. We'll need 8 larger oversized pieces as well. All the bag 4. Then we need to get our 8 oversized green pieces out. So these kind of size, 1, 3, 4, 6. 7, 8. So there's our 8 oversized pieces as well to stick on. So let's just move this part of the roller coaster out of the way. And we start this next section with a 6x6 curved piece like that. And then if I can find it, a 4x4 curved piece in green that goes up in the corner there. Then coming down from there, we've got one of these 4x2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 4x12 green pieces, and our first large green piece goes on there. We'll then flip this over. And we've got a long 2x2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2x10 goes across there. We then have a 1x4 dark tan piece. We then have a 2x4 grey piece. Very long 2x16 piece. Then a 2x3 dark bluish grey, and then another 2x piece. So we've got a bit of a overhang of a stud there. So that's the foundation at the back. Then if we flip this over again, get another large piece that goes on following that piece. Then up top here we'll stick a 2x4 in green on this overhang. Then we've got a 1x8 dark bluish grey and another 1x8 dark bluish grey. So there's an overhang underneath that as well. We'll flip that back over again, and this time we'll add 4 2x16s all the way across like that. Flip it back over again. We then stick 2 of the large plates on top. That's one. That's the other one. Getting pretty long now. And we have 3 of the 2x16s again, and a shorter 1x12 I think. That sticks at the front there. This one sticks at the back, and then the rest continue underneath. Like this. We then stick another, is it 2, 3, 1x8s grey across the back here, large plate again, all the way across there. There's our last 1x8 as well, across the back at the top there as well. Move this out of the way a second, and then we do the other end now, so we get the large green curved piece. We'll stick our grey curved piece underneath again, like we did on the other end. And we'll have a 6x8 piece going on there. If we bring this back in, add this to the end. So we end up with something like this now. So totally it looks like that. Move that out of the way again. Get this 4x2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And we'll run the 2x16 across there. We flip that over. We'll stick a 2x4 there and another 2x16. Then we've got these 1x5 pieces that go onto the end there. We then add over here our oversized piece. Just going to go right across there and there. We add some more 2x16 onto that. We then add a 8x8 piece onto that, and then another 8x16 piece onto that. So this is also getting huge. Then continue to add a 2x16 to the ends of these. That's what we've got now. And our last oversized piece comes down at an angle like this time. Then we flip it over. I'll stick a reddish brown 2x10 plate there and another 1x5 plate just on the end there. Now we need to stick this to what we got earlier, so you can see how large this is starting to look. Of course, the larger it gets, the more difficult it is to show everything on camera. I might need to shrink next week, but you can see this whole base plate now is like this size. So with this in place now, we can add some detail down here. So we'll start with a 2x6, light bluish grey goes on there. We put a 2x4 coming off there, and then we've got these cutaway tile pieces that go either side. There's one, where's the other one? Goes on that side here. Then we've got another 2x6 that goes up here. We have a bullion bar accessory grey piece there, 2x6 going inwards, 2x6 continuing across, and another 2x6 going right across there like that. Then we have in the middle here we put another 2x4, another 2x4, and one more 2x4. Then we have these 4x4s modified with just 4 studs on top, so we stick 2 of those back to back here. They're actually, they've got some more bullion bar accessories at the end here either side, on there and there. Then next to that it's a dark tan 1x4 piece plate. Then we get another set of dark tan and light bluish grey 1x4s and stick them together, and they go off either side, so we do that twice. There and there. Then across the back here we need to add some detail as well, so a 2x4 from there. Then we have a green 1x2 jumper, 2x4 double jumper, another 1x2 jumper, and a 2x6 plate. Then it's 2x4 jumper, 2x4 jumper, another 2x4 jumper there, then 1x3 jumper, this 2 studs out, another 1x3, 1x3, and we've got our 2x4s. We've also got our lime green 1x1 rounds, which go in just into there. Then we continue with 3 more 2x4 double jumpers across the top here. Then we've got a 1x2, and then we've got some 1x3s just at the top up there. Down here we need to do some jumpers as well, so we've got these 2x4, a 2x4, we then have a dark tan 1x4 plate, single 1x2 jumper, another 2x4, then a single 1x2 jumper. So those are those added in now. Next up we get a 2x8 Technic plate with the holes in the middle. We get a 1x2 jumper on the 3rd set of studs, and then we add another 3 jumpers. We get 4 in the middle there, like that. That's going to connect across this piece here. And then we're going to stick a 1x2 jumper, another 1x2 jumper, and one more there, and a 2x4 there, and a 1x2, and we've actually got a 1x4 brick, normal one, goes on the ends. Then over on this side we'll stick these 2x2 bricks here. Hey competent, welcome to the stream, hope you well. 2 of those back to back up there. Next up we have got these Technic bricks in blue. One goes on there, another one goes on the end of the 1x4 over here. We'll put another 1x4 at the ends and a 1x6 normal grey brick after that. We'll do the same down here, goes in like that. Meanwhile over here what we're going to do is we'll put some 1x6 dark bluish grey tiles, and then either end we're going to stick these dark orange 1x2 tiles, like that. So that's kind of where we are now. Then we're going to get 6 red jumpers, and they're going to go actually into this gap that we've just created here. So we get 3 in here, like that, and then 3 over in this square over here. Inside there, we also get, make sure I spin this round the right way because the instructions have changed. What we're going to do is, coming from here, we're going to stick another bullion bar accessory up there, another 2x2 of these type bricks. We'll leave a 2 gap, stick another 2x2, and then another bullion piece just in there. Then we're going to have another set of these double jumpers, 2 together with an overhang there. Over on this side we'll stick a 1x2 and a 2x4, so we've got another overhang. Up here it's another 2x4 in the middle. We'll then stick 2 1x2s over here, over 2 over this side. 2x4 there. Now it's going to move along this part up here a little bit more. Put a couple of 1x2s around here, and then that's kind of our layout for this part. Add a bit more of the path, I think, coming through here. So down in this end we're going to stick another crate or a bin there. It's going to have 2 leaves stuck on top of each other next to it in the corner. Then we'll have dark tan wedge piece that way, 1x4 in the middle, and another wedge the opposite direction. We're going to stick a couple more leaves in as well. Yeah, competent. I bought this direct from Lego on lego.com, this set, including the motors as well for this one. So there's the bit of the path and some leaves there. We're going to add some more leaves. We're going to get these wedge pieces here in reddish brown. We're going to stick the lime green 1x1 at the back, and then we'll stick the leaves, 2 leaves down the front and then 1 at the back, covering like that. So we've got to build 3 of those, and then we're going to place them strategically through the queuing area. There's another one. Then 1 more. Like that and like that. So then we'll stick 1 up the top here, another one on the other side, and then this one will go in here. Probably have to move some of these leaves a little bit because they're overhanging, but that'll do for now. Then what we need to do, and this is going to get really difficult, I'm probably going to need to think what to do next week for this, is this actually now attaches to what we've already built up here. I'll squeeze this on. Get these oversized bags out of the way. Have a bit more room then. So now we've connected those 2 bits we built earlier, so now we can connect here the pathway a bit better. So stick a wedge piece in there, 1x4 there, another wedge. Then we've got a couple of 2x4 pieces in dark tan again, and a wedge piece, a 1x4, and somewhere under here, yep, there's another 1x4 wedge piece in here. So you see the path is starting to wind its way now underneath the roller coaster. That's the end of bag 4. So I think we'll do one more set of bags today because it's getting quite warm up here. So I'll do set of bag 5 for today, and then we'll probably pick up the rest. Well, I might do, let's see. We're going to do some sort of girders now, I suppose, or the base bits to cover all of these jumpers that we've got. So we'll do that, and then I might do the columns for today. So we might get to bag 6. Won't be too bad. So first off, then we got to get a 1x4. We'll stick a 1x2 with the upward facing clips on there. Then we'll stick a 1x1 after that. You then get another 1x4 after that, and another one underneath. You then get a 1x4 tile. I'll probably display it competent. I did make a theme park before when I had the other, well, I've still got the other rides, but it was taking up too much space in the Lego room, so I've had to take all the tables down and just display all the roller coaster or the theme park rides on the shelves. But I might, if I get some more room at some point, I might build a theme park again. Maybe that's another project after Bricktown's been rebuilt. So we put that down here. These have just made there, and if you remember, we stuck a 1x2, you can just about see it here, that was clipped on, and we can just pull that down and that clips into that gap there as well, so that's all secure now. Then we get a 1x3 plate somewhere. Start with a 1x3 plate. Another 1x2 with the clip on it there. Then we'll stick a 1x2 plate there, and then we get a longer 1x10 underneath. Then on this one we get a 1x2 ball joint plate, if I can find it. Goes on there, like that. Then we've got another 1x2, another 1x3, if I can find the 1x3. And then we'll finish off with a 1x2 again with the upward facing clip on it. Now we're going to tile it. So we have a 1x3 tile. Then we've got some 1x4s. 1x6 with a 1x4. So that covers that up there, and then we need the other connection part for the ball joint in a plate form like that. So that's in position now, and then this one is going to go across here. Goes in like that, and then this folds down and connects onto those pieces that we just stuck on. Then we start with a 1x4 and a 1x2 with upward clips. Get another longer 1x10, then we stick a 1x6 underneath, and a 1x4 plate underneath. Then we have another 1x2 on top to make a longer piece here, and then we've got two 1x6 tiles just run across the top to make another foundation area, and that's going to go across this section here. So that's in position there. Then we're going to build 3 of these similar size pieces now, so we get 3 1x6s is what we're going to go for. Same as we've done before, we'll stick the upward facing 1x2 clips each end, and in the middle a 1x2, and then that gets tiled with a 1x4 on top. So there's the first one. That's going to go over here, and we'll do another one. And this one's going to go down here, and then our last one leave 1x2 and a 1x4 tile. And this one goes on the opposite side, just down there. So that's those 3. Now we need to do 2 of the next ones, which are a 1x4 plate, which we'll stick a 1x2 upward facing again. Then we stick another 1x4 on top, another 1x4 underneath, then a 1x2 upward, like that, and then we'll stick a 1x6 tile on top here, and that one goes across here, there. So then we'll do another one now to fit across here, same fashion, 1x4, stick the 1x2 on, 1x4, 1x4 underneath, 1x2 on top, and then a 1x6 on top of that. We'll stick that there. Next up, we want a 1x4, and we're going to stick our usual 1x2 with a clip, just back to back on this one. And then across the middle bit here, we just stick a grill piece, a 1x2 grill piece in grey, like this, and that's going to go in our middle part here, just like that. And then we're going to build, oh no, sorry, not that one, look at the wrong one, that one goes over here actually, that one goes there. This one, which is a thinner one, which takes a clip, a grill piece and just another clip, so we haven't got the 1x4 underneath this one. And that's the one that goes in the middle piece here instead. So now that's done, we take a 1x6 plate, we'll stick a 1x1 regular 1x1 plate on the ends, then another 1x6 plate on top, stick an upward facing clip down here, and a 1x4 next to that. Then we get a 1x4 plate, and we go crossways on second stud in, and then on that side we'll stick a regular 1x1 plate on the outside, and then a 1x2 on the inside, like that. Dan's blowing the instructions, and then this one goes over here between our lime green pieces and the dark tan piece. It's going to span across the gap in the middle there, so that goes in there. Then we get 8 1x2 with these wedge pieces, or these slope pieces, so we need 8 of those. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we get 8 1x1 upward facing clips. We need 8 of those, and then we're going to stick all these together. Just dropped a Technic spacer on the floor. And then we're going to stick the sloped piece and the 1x1 with the clip on together like this. So we're going to do 8 of those. And I'm missing now 1x1 with a clip somewhere. There it is. And then we're going to stick one over here, another one on the opposite side, and we'll stick one here, then we'll stick them off these jumpers down here, and here, and then the last one's in this corner over here. So they're all in position now. Still got a few more to do, so we get a 1x4 plate, another 1x2 with the upward facing clip, stick a 1x3 then off of that with a 1x4 underneath and a 1x2 on top, and have the upward facing clip piece, and a 1x1 piece goes underneath. Then we'll stick a 1x3 tile on top and a 1x4 on top of that, and that piece is going to go, you can quite see it, it's going to go across here like that. Then while we're here, we're going to sort of put some tiling around the top of these square pieces that we made earlier. So to kick us off, we have a corner tile that goes off in the middle here, and a 1x4 tile goes off there. Then we have some 1x2 handle pieces that clip into the clips already next to it. Then we have some more 1x4 tiles coming down here, some more L-shaped corner tiles, going in there and on this side. Then down this side we have a grill piece, a 1x2 grill that goes here by the bin. We've got a couple more of the 1x2 sort of rod pieces here that clip straight into the clips. Then we have some 1x6 tiles, goes right the way down. Another 1x2 with the rod piece that clips into there, and finally another 1x6 tile that goes right across over there. So that's now then cladded up. Next up we get our spider shield, if you like. Our 2x2 plate goes in the bottom. Our 2x2 brick on top of that. And another plate in orange colour, and then a black plate on top of that. Oh, there's me getting on my instructions in the middle model, reading the wrong way around. So we've got something like that instead, and then we get a 1x2 with our clip on, sticks on that side, and then we get a 2x2 with a slope or curve, which I can't see at the moment. Where are you? There you are. That will stick on to that black 1x2 like this. This then sticks over here into this piece here. We'll click that into position, and then this flap comes down and secures into that 2x2 that was available. Into that we'll stick a 3 length rod piece, and on this side we're going to get the 2x2 orange and black, stick them together. We've got the spider's web shield, and then on top of that we'll just put a 2x2 tile just to cap it off, and that's going to go on the other side, this here. Should do. Doesn't want to. Probably because of that's it. And now that's on that side. Then we get a 2x2 brick, and we put a 2x2 plate on top of it. Then a 1x2 plate on top of that, and another 2x2 curved tile on top. That's going to go down here in a minute. Before we put that in there though, we stick a 1x2 reddish brown tile, and next to that we stick a 1x4 grey tile, and then we put that piece in we just created there. Next up we get 4 fence pieces in black. 2, 3, 4. And coming down from this side, what we're going to do is we're going to build some structures first and then add these fences in. So we start with a masonry brick. We stick a 2x2 on top of that masonry brick, and then we have a 2x3 sloped brick that goes underneath. On top of the plate here we're going to stick these curved pieces back to back to create a real curved piece, and we do 2 of those. Just like that, and then these go here at the ends facing each other, and then from there we'll then stick all these fence pieces next to each other coming across just like that. Then we'll get 2 1x2 sloped pieces like this and join them together with a 2x2 plate. Then we'll add a third one in up here, and then another 2x2 plate on top of that. Trying to level these out, not quite sitting as flush as I would like that, and then we're going to stick some more of those curved bricks back to back on top. There's one. Another one's hiding underneath a bag, like that, and this one's going to go over the end of the fence down here, so the fence goes underneath that pillar. Then going to add some detail down here. So we start with a 2x6. We'll stick a 2x4 plate on top. Then one of these Technic bricks, 1x4s with holes in. Then have a 2x2 jumper at the end. Into this Technic brick we'll stick 2 Technic pins in these 2 holes. We then have a longer, then stick another Technic brick next to it, and this time we stick this longer tan pin all the way through. On the end of this pin sticking out here we stick a spacer, and we stick a 2x4 on top of those Technic bricks. Then a couple of jumpers go on top like this, and we'll add in a couple of more Technic pins into the other holes on this side. So we've got something that's like that. That then just connects onto these studs down the end there like that. Then you're going to build something up here to fill in this gap. Hopefully the fan doesn't blow it away. Start with a 2x6, stick a 2x4 in the middle. Then each end we've got a 1x2 brick with the rods hanging off each side. So stick those each end. Then we've got those 1x4 Technic bricks to go in the middle, 2 of those back to back. Sticks 4 pins in, 2 on each side, 2 on that side, 2 opposite side. Like this. We need to level up these ends, so we stick some 1x2s onto each end. Stick another 2x6 on top then when it's level, and then we'll top this with 3 2x2 jumper tiles, and then that will clip into this 2x6 space here. Then we need to do 2 of these next ones, and these are going to fill up the gap at the end here and over this side. Same start again, 2x6 and a 2x4. We've got the 1x2 with the bars on each end. A couple more Technic bricks, and 1x4s with the holes. The old Technic pins go in, 2 on each side. A couple of 1x2s to level it up. Another 2x6, and then 3 2x2 jumpers. So that's that one. This one will connect over. Oh, hang on, turn it on. Hold up. It's slightly different. We need a masonry brick at one end, not 2 1x2s with the rods. My bad. So the first one goes in there. Then we'll do the same again. So a 2x6, 2x4, masonry brick one end, 1x2 with a bar the other end, 2 Technic bricks in the middle, 1x2s to level it off, 2x6 on top. We've got 3 jumper tiles on top of that, and then we stick our 4 tenon pins into the middle, and then this one goes on the end here and clips in. Then we've got 5 1x2 reddish brown tiles. They're going to go down by the fence down here on either ends. One goes there, miss 2 studs sideways, miss 2 studs that way, so we just put some tiles in there, and now we're going to make some more foliage pieces again. So we've got this reddish brown wedge, stick the line 1 by 1 round at the ends, and then 2 leaves either side, leaf in the middle, and this time we're going to stick a blue flower into that middle piece. So we've got 2 of those. And then we're going to do 2 red ones. So, and then we'll do the same, as I said, but this time we've got red flowers on, just to make the queuing and the roller coaster ground level look a bit more appealing. Missing a leaf. Can't see a leaf. Maybe it's in front of me, so I'm missing a leaf. 2 of those, yeah. Missing a leaf, no. So the blue ones then go, anyway, we'll move on. We'll continue, it's only a leaf. We then just fill in by the fence, then the red and the blue flowers. Where that leaf is, set the flower in anyway. And so now we just added those flowers at the front, and that's the end of bag 5. Bag 6, we'll do bag 6. See you later, competent, see you later. We'll do bag 6, final bag of the day, and then we'll stop. We're going to need some downward facing slopes as well. Those ones. Too slopey, I think. Take a look at those when I get there. So bag number 6 then, let's cut this open. So to start us off then, we're going to need to make 2 of these. So we get the 2 tenon bricks here, we've got to stick the spider web shield on top, and then just 1 2x2 in blue goes on top there. This one goes into this section here with the clips, and then we do the next one. Sit the shield on there, and 2x2, and this one goes over in this corner here. starts us off. Then we start with a 2x2 with a Technic pin. Stick a 2x2 plate on top in navy. Then we have two navy arch pieces here. Then behind that we're going to stick two half circle pieces. So those kind of pieces there, going to stick two of those on top of each other just to make the arches look a bit round. There's one. Just need to find the other one. Goes on there. Then at the top we're going to stick two Technic bricks. They've got the hole with the cross sort of hole in. We'll then stick four 1x2 jumper tiles on top in the blue colour. Then we've got a 2x4 plate. Oh, this jumper's not on properly. 2x4 plate which goes on the top there, slight overhang. Onto that we stick some more Technic bricks, but this time it's the ones with the two holes in, the 1x2s. So we've got four of these going on top. And then into two holes on this side we're going to stick these shorter Technic pins coming out that side there. Then we've got a 2x3 plate in blue on top and a 2x2 plate on top of that. Then over here we're going to stick this Technic piece into those Technic pins. Through the bottom here we'll stick a pin, grey pin, which is going to go all the way through to keep that in position there, like that. And that, if I get my bearings of where we're at now, I'll slide this over a bit. This piece we've just created is now going to go on here, which is you can't really see. If I can go on top of the pillar we created earlier, just over this side. See if I can just spin this around here. So we've just added it on top, just on top here. So this central column we built earlier with the four columns, we just added it to the top there. So that's on there. Next thing, we get two 2x4 bricks, the Technic ones with the cross holes in the middle. Stick those together. On top of that we've got four 1x2 Technic bricks with two holes in, as we just used. 2, 3 and 4. We stick those pins in again, one on this side, one on the other opposite side. Again, stick a 2x3 plate into the top and then a 2x2 plate on top of that. We then get an L-shaped lever and we'll stick some 3 length axle pieces in to the base. On 2 like that. That can then go through completely and pop into there, so it comes out the other side, and on the other side we'll stick another one of these L-shaped pieces in position there. Turn it upside down we'll get another 3 length rod and we'll stick that into the bottom of there, so it sticks out slightly. That sticks into this piece here, I think. Yeah, that sticks into this piece here. Just like that there. Meanwhile, to reinforce what we stuck on earlier, which is over this side, I'm going to stick a lever lift arm into position on that side. Then we hold that thought and we get a steering wheel piece. We get a 12 length rod, stick that into the middle of that. Then we get a 2x2 plate, push that all the way down to the middle, and we've got 2 2x2 round bricks that go on. Like that. And another plate goes on the top, 2x2, that all the way down. And then we get another handle piece, and these need to go on the same way. We need to make sure these line up, so it goes on like that. And after that we're going to stick 6 2x2s all the way down, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Onto the top it's another 2x2 plate, round one, and then a normal 2x2 blue plate actually goes on top of that, and then that's going to stick in over here. Into that position there, I believe. Meanwhile, we're kind of going to build the area where the train's going to come in, or the roller coaster. So we get a 6x6 plate, turn it upside down. We'll then stick this grey, dark bluish grey ladder into it on the end. After that, we have a 2x3 blue plate. We'll stick a 2x4 orange plate on top of that, and then another, hopefully, if I can see it, 2x2 blue plate on top of that. Then coming off either side, we've got some of these arch pieces again, there and there, and another 2 facing forwards coming off there and off that side. Then in the middle we'll stick a 2x2 round piece into that middle piece. We flip this back over onto where the platform's going to be. There's a 1x1 round, actually ladybird piece, which I've never seen before, so you've got a nice little ladybird sitting there on the platform. And then we stick this so then we stick that from here, this centerpiece where our path is coming up. We stick our first staircase into position here. So that's now there, so people can step up onto here. On this platform piece we're going to stick 5 of these air hockey puck pieces as I call them. 2 there, 1 by the ladybird, and then 1 in each corner. There, and then we'll stick on into the top of these hook pieces. We're just sticking in these type pieces here, probably so we can make a fence, but we'll see. One more there, and then at the bottom of the staircase we're going to stick some 1x1 plates and those air hockey stick things with all of those clips. So 2 of those going down either side of the staircase. They're ready to go. So now we're going to do sort of banisters going up the stairs, so we get a 4 length rod, I think. That's a 6 length. Let's go with the 6th length to start with. Stick one of these attachments in here. We'll have a clip piece in there, and then we should, but I can't see it, have a 4 length rod piece. There it is. That clips into there, so we've got this angled piece. Then to the other end we'll stick one of those receiving pieces. So that creates 1 banister that we can clip onto down here. That clips all the way across there. Then a 1x6 we can stick across straight away over on that side. Then we'll do another banister on the other side, and that's a Technic claw into one of these handles, into a 6th length rod. It's hiding underneath. That clips in on that end, and then at our other end we need another receiving piece. There it is, and we'll stick that into the ends, and that will be the other banister piece for the staircase on that side. So we've just added these in both sides. We've got to do another column now, so we start with a Technic brick square again. We'll stick a 6th length rod into the middle, and our spider shield. We've got 3 2x2 round ones to go straight on. 1, 2 and 3 out. my finger. Then we've got another shield, and then we stick a 2x2 plate on top of that. This one is going to go right down here by the entrance way, which I can't quite get into shot because this coaster is getting so big, but it's down there. Now we need to stick on some more coaster pieces, so I can just slide the bits over. So first off, we've got a little short straight piece that's going across here, which connects to the pillar we just stuck on, and then where we at? We're at there. Then we've got a bit of a slope there, and after that I need to get some more curved pieces. What's that? It's not that piece, is it? That's the top. Maybe it's these pieces. Let's see. So this piece goes down to there, and then we have another one goes the other side. So these are the sort of starts of the loops, really. Goes down that side. Just added a bit more there. Put those out of the way a second. Then we've got some 2x2 sloped pieces, these ones, which we'll stick double cheese wedges on top of them like this. So we need to do that twice. So one, should be another one. Another double cheese wedge. There it is. So we'll stick that on top. The first one, I'll push this right over, is going to go at the top here to connect that on there. Our second one goes on the opposite side over here to connect that onto there. We've also got two blue tiles because we need to again connect that piece and this straight piece down the bottom together. So that's done. Next up, we're nearly there now for today. So we start with a 2x4 here. We're going to get some 1x2s with the ball joint connectors stuck into the end like this. Then we get a 2x10. We'll flip this over. We'll stick a 1x2, 2x4, another 1x2 into the bottom, and another 2x4, and if we flip that over we can stick another set of ball joint receivers here, and on top we stick a 2x4 tile, miss a stud, another 2x4 tile, miss a set of studs, and another one. On those studs we stick some grill pieces like this. That's now in position. So you kind of remember earlier as well, you probably won't be able to see, but down here there was two ball joints that we stuck in, and we can clip, hopefully we can clip those into position now, raise that up, that stays raised up for a moment. Then we start with a 2x8, stick a ball joint receiver in the ends, and it's a 1x3, another 1x8, then we stick a 1x2 into the bottom here, then it's a 1x5 and another ball joint receiver on top. And we've got 1x6 tile going each end, and a 1x3 plate into the middle like this. And where does this go? Oh, we need 2 of these. Let's build another one quick. So 1x8, 1x2 there, another 1x3, 1x8, 1x2 round underneath, 1x5 underneath, and then the other ball joint receiver. Then we stick some 1x6s in tiles at each end and put a 1x3 plate in. So then if we go to the other side here, so this is the other bit we just stuck in on the ball joint. This piece, or these pieces, actually go into the ball joints we stuck over here. They're kind of like that for now. Then we're going to build, we'll need a doorway here, which is going to go actually in the entranceway, which is down here. We'll stick that frame in there already. Then we're going to flank this with some 1x1 3/4 with the studs on. We'll stick a 1x1 on top of that, then a normal 1x1 brick, then a 1x1 with a handle on, and another 1x1 3/4 on top of that. So we've got one column like this that connects onto the goes onto the right hand side of the doorway that we just added on. Then for the left hand side of the doorway, it's the same but in reverse. So 1 3/4, 1x1 plate, 1x1 brick, a 1x1 with a handle on, and then another 1x1 3/4 bricks. Level those up. They'll go on the other side of the doorway. Then we start with a 1x2 with studs on the side. Stick a 1x4 plate onto those side studs and stick another one behind. In the middle we'll stick a 1x2 plate, and then we'll stick 2 of those slopes together. On that one stud overhang we stick some more sloped pieces together like this. Then we get a transparent yellow piece, stick that into the bottom of this white 2x2 with the studs on the side. We'll stick a grill piece at the back there and a 1x2 normal plate at the front. That clips into the middle here. And then we've got a curved piece over the top. Goes on like that. That's going to go over our doorway entrance. So this is our frame here. It's going to go on above the doorway, and then onto that front area we're going to add some bright orange tiles curved tile as well. I'll try and show you this on the camera in a moment. It's a little tricky to do with the size of this thing. They go round there. Oh, I found the spare leaf that I lost earlier. Stick that on top. Then we get the other ball joint connectors. We get 2 of those and we stick them into the bottom of tiles. So we do that twice. And we stick one of those into here, one into there, and then the other into these 2 pieces we've got on the other side. Oh, I would stick that the wrong way around, wouldn't I? So those are in position on the other side. So just to try and show you without breaking everything. But the doorway now is looking like that. You can see the archway through into there, and we've got those ball joints now clipped onto those prongs that were standing up earlier. We've got to build a couple more connectors now before we finish off. So we get some 1x4s, stick a 1x2 clip, another 1x4 goes on and goes underneath that, and then we've got another upward facing clip, and then we'll stick a 1x6 underneath that. We need to do 2 of those, so I'll make another one quick. So these are going to connect, one is going to connect between the sort of big steering wheel and the spider's web down this bit here. The other one is going to connect between the doorway, I just showed you, where we put the handle piece on, and the spider's web. And then we've got a small 1x2 with an upward facing clip. 2 upward facing clips. That just clips on the other side of the door between the other spider web and the other doorway. Handle piece. So try and show you again. Just added those struts across there either side of the doorway for security. And now we're going to use these 3 2x6 tiles, and we're going to stick on the entrance way. So we've got to stick the entrance sticker on. We've got the what's not allowed on the ride, including squirrel sticker, and the measure your height sticker as well. So the entrance. So there's our entrance sticker, and that's going to go across the top. And we've got our height sticker and how high you need to be. How high do you need to be to get on this ride? That goes on the brackets that we stuck on earlier. And then the what's not allowed on this ride, which is going to go on the other bracket. That we stuck on earlier. So there's what's not allowed on this ride. And it goes on the other side. So the sort of entrance way is kind of complete there. So I think that's it for today. So that's the end of bag 6. We had bag 7 to go, but I think we've probably had enough today. It's quite hot, so I'll go back to the main camera and you can see what this kind of looks like so far. So this is the result of the first 6 bags. You can see how big this is. Ooh, try and turn it round. That's kind of where we're at so far. So you can see that probably in bag 7 we'll finish the curves up here, so we'll see the loops, sorry, all the way around, both here and here. We haven't got to them today because it's getting too hot. We finished the entranceway, which is over here, so you can see the stickers of what's not allowed on the ride, what the height is, and the entrance sticker. We've got some details of the queuing coming. We've built the platform here as well, which goes up towards where we queue up for the actual ride and get onto it. And we've started to see a bit of detail around this side of the actual track coming together. So you can join me next week for the second part, and we'll continue building through from bag 7 onwards. We'll probably have to do a third part of this stream now just to finish it off, because we won't get through everything. So I will adjust the schedule at the end of next week's stream. But you can join me next week at 2 o'clock on Sunday, and we'll pick up from bag 7. I'll also be releasing our next Bricktown episode as well, where we're building bus stops and bus lanes. So watch out for that. Probably hit the channel tomorrow or Tuesday. Take a look at it, see what you think. Great to hear the comments. And if you enjoyed this stream, hit that like button. And if you've not subscribed, then do subscribe to see the next part of building the roller coaster of the loop. And whatever you're doing for the rest of your Sunday, hopefully you're not too hot and you're enjoying it. And until next weekend, stay safe and I'll see you then.